Um, this one looks like it went through two different phases. They looked at this card. They were like, her boobs are too big. Make them smaller. And then they were like, okay. So they went back, and then they redrew it, right? And then it was like, this portion wasn't here. So like, okay, how's this look? And they're like, it's still a little too showy. Fix it more. You're like, okay, but they didn't want to like redraw all this, so they just added to it. They were just like, okay, just add this, and then give her a little bit of fur. And then they brought it back, and they were like, okay, how about now? And then they finally gave it the okay. This, I don't like. I don't think this is that big of a deal. It's like, so what? I mean, again, if you were a girl growing up playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you might like this one more. Like, oh, she's cute or something, right? If you're a little girl or something. But as an adult, I don't think this is that bad. I mean, I don't know. I've said it once. I'll say it again and again. It's just, I don't understand why. I mean, I'm not saying this doesn't have the potential to be harmful. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of dumb. I mean, I've seen worse with like Jessica Rabbit. You know, seriously, it's like, what do we got here? Oh yeah. You know what's funny about this to me? Well, actually, what's really funny is the artist for this one, the original one, they actually forgot to color this in blue. It's like she's missing a glove. So kudos to the to whoever censored this by actually adding her glove. But the funny thing about this, obviously, is that they didn't bother to reduce their boobs. Like they just kept them. And they're like, you know what? That's too much drawing. It's probably because they didn't know what the characters would look like if they just erased their boobs completely. You know, they probably wouldn't know, so they were like, so all they did, they just covered her. She's just kind of spilling out the top here, so they're just like, whatever, just cover it. And they kept the size. Those are huge. Those are like, yeah. You want to talk Jessica Rabbit? That's like, yeah. Those are huge. Those are like not even G cups. Those are like, oh my god. Nope, too small. Too small. Too much going on in that picture. I can't even tell. Tremendous fire. This one, I agree with the censoring. Not only are these bare naked, like, fairy ladies, you know, just from an artistic perspective, like, that's too much red. That's a lot of red, and it's like, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. The blue pops out really well in this, and you can really tell, like, what's going on. I don't see why they felt the need to get rid of the wings, but, this, you can really tell, like, what's going on. And it just looks better, in my opinion. Not only does it cover them up, but it brings them out. See, like, in this, it's kind of hard to, it might be kind of hard to tell what's going on. There's all this red. But this, it kind of emphasizes, like, these are, like, little fairy girls or whatever. Right. Yeah, this again. We've talked about this. Oh, nope. Not even gonna go there. Oh. Yeah, I'll agree that, like, that's a lot of side boob going on. So, yeah, go ahead and cover that one up, I guess. Wait, did they change that? It says that the cleavage and midriff are adjusted. I can't even tell. I mean, it looks. I mean, yeah. I mean, the flesh tone here doesn't match this, so I guess they did change that. I'm also a little interested that they changed the cross. I mean, the religious imagery, I guess, whatever. Um, think anybody should really be offended at that. I mean, what I think what's more offensive, this is just a side note, but what's more offensive to me is that like they have the Eye of Providence like everywhere in Yu-Gi-Oh, and they have references to like Beelzebub and stuff, and like cards like Evil Swarm Exciton or whatever. Um, and just like there's other cards that are named Beals, and like they're direct references to Satan and stuff. And it's like that's perfectly fine, you know. But we can't have a cross in our game. We can have the Eye of Providence everywhere, but we can't have that in our game. As for this picture, I guess one way or the other, it doesn't really matter. They're both fine. Exhibitionism? What the hell? This doesn't even look like he's naked. He just looks like he's like has hair. Like he's like he's a bunch of hair. This is kind of dumb. It's like, why is it all white? Why can't you see anything? This one makes a little more sense. It's like, and I don't get how that's supposed to be offensive. Oh yeah, we've talked a bunch about this lady. Yeah, I stand by what I said before. Oh, what's interesting is they didn't completely get rid of her horns. They just kind of changed them a little bit. That's kind of a weird change. I don't know why they insisted on getting rid of the jewel from her head. I don't understand why they would do that. And then again, they just gave her the bodysuit, whatever. It already looks like she kind of has one, so I guess in this case, in this particular case, and in other cases like it, that's fine because she's already got one. But I mean, you could add a little bit more of this like red pattern, this pattern over here or something. We're almost out of here. Almost done. Oh, that's funny. They gave him shorts, whatever. I mean, okay, two things. First of all, yeah, that's pretty skanky looking. Second of all, like, she kind of reminds me of a harpy lady with that outfit. If at a first glance, like, I would say like, oh, is she like one of the harpies or something? Because that's what it looks like to me. So not only does this make her look like a different character separate from the harpy ladies, it's a little more appropriate, you know. That's a little too much. I'll agree. What's interesting to me is that they didn't completely cover it up. They still kept like this little, how it's still cut in the back. That's kind of funny. They didn't like completely change that. Oh yeah, so yeah, TCG is fine. Yeah, that's like, she's flesh tone, and even though you can't see anything, it's like she's totally naked. So I actually like that they didn't just give her a bodysuit for once. They actually drew this in. They actually took their time. I like it when they do that. I like it when they take their time and they actually add to the design. Like, they're like scales and stuff, and it's just like a little outfit. And then they didn't even have to do this either. They noticed, oh, she's got like a little jewel, which if they're gonna censor jewels on people's forehead, I don't know why they didn't get rid of that. But instead, they added one. They added one right there. And it's like, oh well, okay, cool. I like the TCG version. What did they do? Her bust has been slightly reduced. Oh, a little bit. Like the lines were kind of drawn underneath here, and they kind of erased them there. They didn't really change the outline very much. But I don't think that even warranted a change. But this, I guess, I mean, the way her legs are positioned, yeah, it's kind of risque. So sure, add the shorts or whatever. What else? What we got? Okay, Okay, so the horns and then the shorts. You know what's interesting here is that, like, they didn't just give him shorts. They also... Oh, and they got rid of his tail, too. They didn't just give him shorts. They also gave him, like, this little tunic thing. You know? I'm not gonna call it a skirt. I think this is like a boy thing. Demon creature thing. But yeah, they could have stopped there. They could have just given him little shorts. But they were like, oh, let's give him that, too. Okay. Whatever. Worm apocalypse. I'm just gonna finish this up. That looks like something that would give me nightmares. Very strange to look at. That's kind of freaky. That's kind of scary, honestly. They edited this to be less suggestive. It's like supposed to be like a vagina or something. But this is just frightening altogether. I think for little children, I would just change that. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Whatever. I don't really think that's that suggestive, honestly. But whatever. This one. Okay, again, they reduced the boob size again. And then what else? You know, I'm kind of surprised they didn't cover up her pelvic region, because that's still kind of like exposed. They kind of failed on that one. They were so concerned with the boobs. They didn't even pay. Like, what were they thinking? Like that. I'll just have to go with the OCG version. That's kind of stupid. And finally, the last one on the list. Oh, dang. Well, she's perfectly clothed. Does she need to have boobs? Probably not, but, I don't know. I mean, take your pick, I guess. They both look fine to me. She looks pretty cool either way. This one is just like, okay, she's got boobs, whatever. Actually, let me see if I can make a better decision here. No, I mean, they both look fine to me. I don't see how this is offensive, just in and of itself. If they really wanted to, they probably shouldn't. If they wanted to censor this, they probably should have just made this all red. Like, they shouldn't have had an opening to begin with if they wanted to censor it. But I like the red and the black. So, I don't know. I don't think this is a very good censoring. I mean, just reducing the size, it's like, that's it. It's like, it's still open. It still kind of draws attention to her chest, which is like, whatever. And, oh man, that about does it. That's a lot of talking, so I don't know if I'm going to talk about any of these other ones. Like, really? Oh my god, no! No!